Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. He'll bring it out. It's McMillan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Buffalo Bulls will be in a hole thanks to that short return. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They'd better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And the Bulls in the hurry-up. On second down, wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Coming after him. He finds his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Bulls will punt it away on fourth down. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He's off to the races. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's McMillan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And the Bulls will hustle to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Immediately fires to the middle. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Off the RPO, complete. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Got his man out of the backfield. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Going to try to get it himself. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Line gets set, 1st down. Takes the handoff. It's Lane. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. He wants to throw. Makes his connection. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Speed kills. This offense, they've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Bulls want to move quickly. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to get the corner. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Fast motion from the offense. Dialing up the second down pass play. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Finds his big tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to move the sticks on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his target down the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Looking to throw. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect. And
with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just...
And he breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down. On the move at the 30. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Bulls are on the move.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Johns. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They keep attacking through the air. He's going to run it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Bulls trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Unloads to the wideout. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Let's it fly. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He's looking for an open man on second down. It's complete on the right side. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Hard running there. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Now the pitch. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Now on the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A promising start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now they've got it first down at the 41. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. And it's in there for a touchdown. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done.
Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing them in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They get to him as he throws. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So the quarterback stood in there and took that hit, and it pays off with a roughing the passer penalty and a first down. He's looking to throw it. And the quick shuffle pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here comes the offense on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. If you play well throughout the second half of the year, we're talking college football playoff potentially, Dave.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David... Welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and the home of the Central Michigan Chippewas, and it looks as if we are due for a full house as we have a terrific game in store. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, a team ready to put on a show, taking on another team from the MAC, the Central Michigan Chippewas. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Chippewas will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we've played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now he's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 35. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The run from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And into the end zone for a touchdown. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Chippewas offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are
the freshman able to get home with the sack.
And you had all day to stew on it, get excited, and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that ball is picked off, bringing it back. And he'll take this one all the way to the house, into the end zone for a touchdown. touchdown. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. RPO complete to open the drive. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. The Chippewas are in the hurry-up. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Power football with the run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, running back gets to give. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Chippewas come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Knox. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Crane. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Chippewas will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollack.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. And the Chippewas headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Knox. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The Chippewas are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. Snags it! Bounced off his feet.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to throw on second down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Central Michigan.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Wide out in motion. They'll throw it on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The San Jose State mantra all season has been finish what you've started. They wear the T-shirts, they have the signs up in the weight room. Time to find out if they can walk the walk. They're trailing by 10 to San Jose State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into half.
And the pass is intercepted.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Okay, ready? First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time.
They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Using his legs, it's Lane. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The give to the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he burrows his way into the end zone.
First and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And the Chippewas want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the ground. Nice move there. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Chippewas are flying down the field. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He leaves it with his back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Wide receiver shows motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Chippewas will have it 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying to get to it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Dropping back, it's Knox. Fires to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chippewas!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their wind.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Makes the grab over the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone.
What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Chips.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They go to the ground. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Off play action. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it down the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Knox. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the catch down the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Chippewas have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Finds his man down the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Turner. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Fires to the right. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Dropping back, it's Knox. And that one's way too far for everybody. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. 3:25. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure coming. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Army is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets that program back significantly. They're trailing by 18 to Rice. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Going up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Knox. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
On 4th down, going to the air. Looking for the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Offense getting set for 1st down. He's going to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. And the Zips will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You've got all guns blazing.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF run.
On second down, just keeps firing. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. There's nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls off.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the Akron Zips offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 45 on his way. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Zips come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. See where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Catch in the middle. It's Thorne. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. defense will snap it on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
First down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation.
Can anyone catch him? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Here they come on 3rd down, and the defense has had no answers so far. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Looks it into his hands and then waltzes it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Coming after it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one a game.
And they got him for the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires on the move. Catch in the middle. It's Moon. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll call for the fair catch here. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Here's the handoff. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He'll just keep slinging it. Throws toward the end zone. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On second down, he'll fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Fires to the tight end.
Tell you what, when you see a tight end come that open, a lot of times it had something to do with the wide receiver running down the middle of the field, stretching those safeties, and he just slips out and kind of gets lost, and the tight end was wide open on the outer part of the field.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense set for a first down play.
Here we go.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Looking to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He wants to pass it on second down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On third down, going up top. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he intercepts it. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Wants to pass it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the down. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a